Hi everyone, welcome to the 2am movie review of Disney Pixar's Brave. Just a quick thing on what the film's about without spoiling too much. It's set in Scotland, in case you didn't know that. And the main female protagonist in it, I think it's Pixar's first movie where it's like a princess kind of film, with the female as like the main kind of lead. She's born into a very kind of traditional like family and a very traditional kind of Scottish universe where like people are vying for her hand in marriage. There's like the other three clans in it. There's four main clans, and the other three clans like all kind of put someone forward to kind of get a hand in marriage. And she gets to choose what it is that they have to do to win it. And it's about her basically wanting to change this tradition and change her fate and change like the way women are kind of brought up and portrayed in that universe. Like she's very much into it. She's loving like her archery, and she's like goes out hunting and in the wild and stuff like that. Imagine Arya from Game of Thrones. Literally, it's her. And it's like she goes to change her fate through obviously magic. So the good points of the film is the way it starts and the way the way it builds up the characters. And it's like the main woman in it, the main girl in it, you're like, oh, she's amazing. Like, you really starting to kind of get into it, get into all the characters like that. And the family is quite interesting, and the other families are quite interesting that all come and like stuff. Goes without saying, the animation, crazy. Obviously, it just gets better every year with Pixar, like the animation, like the detail. Massive shout out to her hair, which is awesome, and like the detail on it when you go and see it on the big screen is amazing. The music in it, music fits it so perfectly, like the Scottish Highland themes and stuff like that. It's like the way it looks as well with the music and stuff. At times you think you're watching like a Scottish tourist video. It's obviously a lot better than other kind of animation films because it's Pixar, so it's got the Pixar kind of vibe running through it of like the comedy, something in there for everyone. But the bad points is the first half of the movie, you feel like, oh yeah, I'm really watching a Pixar film here, and you're like, yes, this is all going to be amazing, it's going to be really bizarre. But then when it gets to the actual kind of meat of the film, when she like goes to use the magic like part of it, it just turns very Disney. Very Disney. It's like very kind of predictable. It's like becomes like a very kiddie movie. It's still got a couple of laughs like after that bit, and it's still an enjoyable film, but it's a very kind of kiddie movie. There's not really a proper baddie in it, so you're not really kind of, so it can be a bit frustrating to watch at times near the end because you're just like, oh, why didn't you just do that? Why didn't you just do this? They did well to hide what kind of happens after that magic bit, which I won't ruin because it's like, as I say, it's quite interesting in a way, but not in others. It's a difficult one because obviously, like, people always say that the standard of Pixar, they've kind of done it to themselves in a way. And when you go and see films like Wall-E, Up and stuff like that get like such an emotional response, and then this one's going to watch it as a bit older, you're just kind of not as into it as you are other films. It's like, as I say, it's a very kind of family film, but the kids are going to be the ones coming out of it enjoying it more. But what I do have to say is massive shout out to the short before it, which is worth the price of admission alone. I think it was called La Luna, and it is just amazing. Like, to see that on big screen in 3D, like the sound of it, everything like that. It's just it's so well thought out, and it's so kind of like trippy, and it's very much got like that Wall-E kind of vibe to it, where like nothing much is kind of getting said, but so much is getting said just by their actions and the way, like the little kind of like nuances and little things they do in it. But that is amazing kind of addition to it, and I'm not sure who made it or anything like that, but it was just, that was awesome. So yeah, if I had to give like a number for my review of it, Pixar Brave, probably give it a 6. Yeah, a 6.